it is so funny how when we are on our sacred healing journey and really getting in touch with the spirit and really understanding who we are, remembering who we are, what we came to this earth plane to do, as we are pulling back the layers and unfolding ourselves and peeling back the onion of limiting beliefs and programming. Oh my goodness. In every area, when we're moving away from what people have wanted us to be and moving into what we know we should be. Okay, so that is where we are, and your sacred healing journey is one of the most influential ways, and it will literally influence your life once you get on this journey and stay consistent with your spiritual practice, whatever that may be. When we are healing, literally you are pulling back layers. So when you heal from something, that means that you are addressing trauma, you're addressing pain. No matter what part of your life you endured it in. So something that happened to us 10 years ago, we can heal from it 10 years later. Why is there a big gap there? Many reasons. Sometimes it is too painful to face. Sometimes we just don't want to deal with it and we want to push it under the rug. But just as sure as today is Labor Day, you're going to have to face that pain one way or another. Sometimes people will come into your life and literally they're sent in your life by the divine to help you to face it, help you to face that pain. That is where sacred relationships and your sacred healing are so closely connected. They're literally kin. And when you really began to see how your relationships can affect your healing and how your healing affects your relationships, you will see that it's kind of like they are a right and a left hand. They're working together to move you into a place of authenticity. All right. I oftentimes have said this, and I've done it myself. There are times when people come in your life and you really began to see yourself differently, and not always in a good way. You start to manifest those things that maybe you have hidden. The mask falls off and you're forced to deal with that you. Some would call it the shadow work. Some would call it the hidden you. Some would call it the things that you have suppressed. Whatever label you want to call it, it is the things that you have not addressed. We tend to, and I've done it as well, push away those people because it is just too difficult to deal with some of those things we have suppressed for many years. But as you mature and as you grow, you will realize those people are literally angels sent because they are helping you. Even if something is coming out of you that we would consider to be negative, they are helping you to really unearth that and get to the bottom of it. This is where you have your sacred relationships, twin flame journeys, divine counterparts. When you hear terms like that, it is relating to your sacred healing journey. And these people come in, these experiences come in, and they help you literally to see yourself, not just to see yourself, but to heal you. And so you're seeing yourself and you're healing yourself. Okay? And don't get bothered by a play on words. When I say heal yourself, what I'm saying is the spirit within you has the ability to heal you. When you're going within and you're taking the cues from the divine, you are in turn following what it takes to get you to the place of healing. That's what I mean by heal yourself, okay? For instance, if you want to experience optimal health, the spirit may instruct you to eat healthier, to exercise, to drink more water. In essence, you're doing what you're prompted to do. Okay, the spirit is leading you to do that, but you are participating. That is what I mean by heal yourself. You're doing what it takes to bring it all full circle. All right. So let's go back to sacred relationships and how they help with your sacred healing journey. You will encounter those experiences, and they are very uncomfortable experiences, especially any of you that have experienced divine counterpart connections or twin flame journey. Anything that deals with you healing and addressing trauma. Those are very difficult, can be very difficult connections and difficult to maintain because you're mirroring one another. The pain that one person is showing you is a lot of times within you. And that's where that mirroring effect comes. It's not to torture you. It is for you to see, okay, I need to address this. I need to address this because it is going to cause me to self-destruct if I do not. All right? And so we have to really begin to look at those connections with more compassion. It is very easy to be impatient, to have a lack of compassion, to want to push it away, to say, I don't have time. Now, let me divide it up a little bit. I'm not talking about those trifling connections where someone's just trying to hurt you because they're unhappy with themselves or they're not healed themselves. I'm not talking about those connections that are very toxic to you, that don't really aid in your healing. I'm talking about the connections that hit a pain point, but also aid in your healing. Okay? And it's not to say that person won't ever hurt you, but there is a distinct difference in these types of sacred relationships, divine counterpart, twin flame journey, where you share a spiritual connection. There's just something about this individual that you cannot shake. It can be intimidating. It can really ruffle your feathers. It can make you uncomfortable, make you lose sleep when you are apart from them because of that spiritual connection. That bond runs deep. It runs all the way to the spirit realm. It is not a surface connection. So the connections I'm talking about are not your average surface connections where you're showing up with a mask on and you're just engaging at a surface level. This is deeper. Okay, this is deeper. So these types of relationships literally bring the old you out so that the new you can shine. It shakes off your mask. Okay, these experiences